Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ivory. I'm a single mom. I work full-time pretty much all the time, and I go to college. I waited 20 years to go back to college, but it's fine. My employer pays for it, so it's pretty awesome. And it's all online, obviously, but I'm not really going to be stuffing any envelopes today. I'm going to talk about my budget for April, since it's like the perfect time to kind of have like the fresh start for the month, and kind of try to go over my tactics for budgeting. If you like this one, I could try to do like a sample budget breakdown to try to teach people like budget for beginners later on. This, I was literally going to go over my own finances so you can judge me, but you know. I wanted to show you what I used to use, like my method when I first separated from my husband, or my now ex-husband, but what I used to do, and it was very simplistic. It was just sort of to try to make it visual. This is what my daughter did, or my oldest child did this for me. So it's my little caricature of myself. I should use that on as my channel picture, but it would be something as simple as this, with things that were like past due, what's current, what's not. And it's interesting that I had just these few things, because I know I had more bills than that, but I guess these were like the heavy hitters for me, because I don't even have rent. Oh, I put it on here. I was like, it's not even on here. It's not even, so rent is the first thing that's due every month, and I had it all the way at the bottom of the list. So, you know, I was just trying to get a list for myself, and I had little things like on the side that I had to remember to pay for, and you can see it gets more and more like as the time goes on, because obviously like I ended up getting loans and credit cards and stuff because I was trying to fix my credit. But yeah, and then I started writing like the debt collectors, because I started paying those off. Like these are, I paid off a lot of my little ones, but you know, so it was right around like beginning of this year that I really was like, you know what, I'm just gonna take a hold of this. So that's what I did. So then I found Shannon Cairns online from Making Frugal Fun. I think I was following her for a little bit because I liked her videos. She's like very calm and chill, and like does budgeting, and they've been paying off like a massive amount of debt, her and her husband. So I kind of liked her style, I guess, and she's one of the main ones that got me into this whole thing. So I use a lot of, all of these printables are from her website, because she has some free ones. That's what I'm using. And then she has other ones, like nicer ones that you can pay for. And then I'll link her down below so that you guys can check her out. We're not friends. She doesn't know me. I just, you know, she inspired me to do better, I guess. So, like I said, this is her printable packet thingy. One of the things, and you could just write this in a notebook. You don't have to have this. It made it easier for my brain, but it's like my bill checklist. So you write them in order of, well, I wrote them in order of due date because that made it easier too. And then each month you just check it off. I didn't pay the Globe Life. I'll try to get that in April, but we'll see. That's our life insurance policies. Other than that, I paid everything. So woohoo! So that's something to celebrate too, because there's months in the past where, you know, like see here, like I missed electric. There's some months that you have to put something off to pay something else, and it happens. It is what it is. We're human beings. Life happens. Unexpected things happen. So now I'm going to start chipping away at April, and it just kind of gives me a little bit of satisfaction when I have all my little boxes checked. But it's, as you can see, there's always something that I have to skip. Or, I mean, I probably didn't have to, but I might have forgot, and then I was like, I don't know. And their website is not very user-friendly, and I love to pay everything online, so sometimes I just do weird things where I'm like, ugh, I don't feel like dealing with that right now. But, and that's not the best. I'm not saying that's how you should be, but I'm just saying I'm a human being. It's reality. We all do weird stuff. That's my last month's calendar. So I don't even, did I write it on here? Last month I was still paying on my lease from Best Buy for some Christmas gifts. I actually paid that off, so woohoo! But that was really the only thing I got to pay off last month, because my car repairs kind of messed me up in my plan, because I wasn't thinking that my car was going to need that much work, and it ended up being $1,000, and I'll stop complaining about it, but it really traumatized me, I guess. So I already rewrote the due dates here, but this is for the month of April. I can't wait for it to be warmer. So all my due dates are here, and my son's birthday is at the end of the month. And then if we go into, so she has these little budget pages. Hold on one second. Let me try to move this so you can see it. And I like these, but at the same time, I kind of need a bigger page, and I was going to see if Nicole would design me something. Because I have a lot of bills and a lot of stupid things. I'm sure I could cut down like subscription services and stuff like that, like streaming services, I mean, but my kids use them. So with me being at work and whatnot, I'm not going to like limit things that the kids can use to like watch movies or, you know. But so what you start with up here, and I cut out a lot of stuff. There's a lot of dumb stuff that I was paying for, but unfortunately, like Christmas time, I acquired like 2 new credit cards and that lease agreement, and I took out a loan, and so now my goal is to have like a lot of this stuff paid down by next Christmas so that I can kind of avoid going into debt. And that's what I want to use a lot of these savings challenges for, is for Christmas, so I can just pay cash. The year before I paid cash for everything because I had savings, and I don't know what I did last year. My brain just went bloop, and I just jumped off the budget wagon and barely did it. And I was like, oh my god, I have to get back onto this because I'm kind of screwing myself, frankly. So I just want to do better. I'm just tired of being broke. I have to get somewhere, and I don't want to rent forever. I would like to own my own home again at some point. So, all right. So you list off your income sources, whether it's like a paycheck or side hustle or child support, stuff like that. So I'm not going to add in child support because it's not something I get consistently, because their father was injured at work, so he's out on a leave of absence. So he fights for his money all the time, and he communicates with me. It's not, no hard feelings there. I just was just putting that out there that it is not something I can depend on every week or every 2 weeks like I used to. So I'm actually, let me break this down, because like I said, I have it split up now where I get weekly disbursements, but now I'm not sure how much they're going to be because the amount is going to change because I changed that 401k contribution like I was talking in the last video. So this paycheck is going to be $958. Now keep in mind, from that paycheck, what already came out of it, where's my other list? Where did I lose my notebook? Oh, it's hidden. So this is after my work stock was already purchased because it comes right out of my paycheck. I have savings that goes into another account, and that is automatic before this happens. And then I have $250 that'll come out of that goes into a separate account that's just for rent, and $50 from this amount will go into another account that I just like to spread my money out just in case I have it. Just, you know, that way I have money all the time if I need it. And those are just like almost like that last one, this $50 one is almost just like a backup fund if I need it for something. And like that's the card that's like attached to like my son's iPad. So if he wants like Roblox or something, it's not attached to my main account. I don't have to worry about him like draining my whole paycheck into Roblox. So, and then like this, if I needed it, I could get it. It's just, I like to have money stashed elsewhere that's not necessarily like in the house. And a lot of times that comes in handy too. Like just if something comes up unexpected, I can pull money out of this account. And right now I only have, I think like $80 in that account. So I just want to try to build this back up because that's what I used for Christmas 2 years ago. And for some reason I have sucked at budgeting up until recently. So here I am. You can be with me, and I'm going to go through my journey with you, and you can see that I think people are just too hard on themselves when it comes to budgeting. Like they think they have to be like amazing at it right off the bat, and you're not. There's a big learning curve for this. it takes a lot of self-control and a lot of willpower to kind of keep your, and there's so many other factors, like your kids, your spouse, whatever, people at work who want to go out to lunch every day, you know, there's a lot. I spend a lot of money on just like random food at work because there's food there. It's like, I'm hungry, I'm gonna get a drink. Oh, I'm hungry, I'm gonna get a snack. Like, it's stupid. So I want to try to start packing my lunches and stuff because I'm just blowing money on dumb things. So I'm not going to fill in my total income yet because I get a raise this month, and like I said, I changed my 401k disbursement, so my income should go up a couple $100, but I'm not sure. So this is going to be kind of like our test month together where we have to adjust a couple things. I'm just trying not to acquire any more debt this month. I just want to keep paying things down, and pay for my son's birthday with no issues and move on, because I know he's going to want to go out to eat and Dave and Buster's and the VR cafe, and yeah. So all right, so where's my other sheet? I wanted to bring over, I kind of save everything. I mean, I guess I could fill it out, but I like to see the progression. This is last month's. So I use these little brackets to show negatives. And as you can see, my income was $3,200. Fixed expenses were $1,522. Miscellaneous, so I was supposed to minus my fixed expenses. And then once I minused my miscellaneous expenses, I was negative $783. And then I minused my debt payments, made me negative $1,021, minus all my savings and investments, $1,162. And so technically I was in the red last month. I did get a bonus that I did not include here, and that's why. But this was based off of my normal income for the month. So I actually was fine. And I was able to put money into my sinking fund. So I really, in the long run, I didn't really do this sheet correctly, and I want to be better about doing that, because I kind of filled it all in and I was like, ugh. And then, because I filled it in the beginning of the month and forgot about the bonus. So when that came through, I was like, whew, that's magical. So yeah. And like I said, I paid this off, so I don't have to worry about this anymore. And I included this, like I shouldn't have, because the stock, it comes out on its own. I don't see that, so it doesn't really affect me. So this was after that had already come out. So really, I was probably negative maybe like 900 before the bonus. So I just want to fill out my sheet more accurately every month so that I can really see what I am working with, basically. So my fixed monthly expenses. So what you want to do when you're making your budget is you have to write out your fixed monthly expenses. Those are the things that tend to be like your necessities, like your mortgage, your rent. Those aren't really going to fluctuate unless you have like an adjustable rate mortgage, which is terrible. I had one of those years ago and it was awful. It went from like $500 to like $900. Like, oh no, that's not gonna work. So things like rent, my garbage, it sometimes increases. Like, I want to say it was like $30 when I first started getting it. But it's okay. It's been the same, and you'll get like a notification before it increases. Car insurance. I'm old, so mine's only like $110. I have a loan payment that comes out every month, and it's only $35. It's not a real loan. It's actually like a backwards loan to help build my credit. So I didn't receive that money already. It's almost like I'm putting money into it that look like payments, and then I get that money back once it's all paid in. So at the end of this, I'll get like $800. But on my credit, it looks like I took a loan and then I'm a faithful payer of it so that it can increase my credit score. And it has helped a little bit, not a crazy amount, but once it gets paid off, I'm hoping it will. I'm including Planet Fitness in my fixed because it is a fixed amount. That's another thing I just need to get rid of. And it increased. It went to like $42. I have a loan that I got like a dummy, but it's $60 a month. I'm just including streaming services, which I know that most people don't because they put them under entertainment, but I'm not getting rid of it anytime soon, and I'm keeping it. So, and we use it. There it is. It is what it is. It's my budget. I'll do what I want. Netflix. But I put anything in this category that was a fixed amount that I knew that I was not getting rid of anytime soon. That is on an auto draft that comes out of my account. Because anything that's on that, it's coming out. I didn't turn it off. If I ever decide to get rid of this stuff, then, but for right now, we all use all these apps, and there's like a million of us here, so. Okay, so the Best Buy loan is gone. I'm not going to put that on here. So this month I'm not going to write the Walmart stock. I'm just going to pretend like that doesn't exist, and then it'll be a magical saved up surprise for me. So, and then I'll put the 52-week envelopes. That one's hard though, because I pick random ones, so I can't really, like here I put, on last month's, I think I put $20, and I put more than that in there. And the 100-week, I put more than that. I don't know how, but I did. I was so upset because I wanted to take money from the bonus and put in those envelopes to get rid of some of the higher amount envelopes, and I couldn't do that, and it made me so upset. So, and then we'll put the 100-day challenge here. And then what I'll do, instead of writing an amount right now, I'll try to keep track with that Just Envelope app, and I'll be able to put a total here at the end of the month. So, but what I want to do, I want to try to pay off, yeah, so here's my debt snowball paper from last month. So, or is that the other one? No, I think this is from February's month, but, oh, sorry, I messed that up. I'm just like talking to myself and not even paying attention when I'm recording. But like I said, this one's gone. This is from February. So I have another sheet for my debt snowball, and I will rewrite it out in order from lowest to highest. And because like you see, I messed up and put toward all the way at the bottom. It's okay. Who's perfect? Nobody is. And I want to try to at least pay off maybe like my Citibank credit card. That's a secured card I got just to kind of build up my credit. And then once, hopefully not use it and just kind of keep it, and then I can systematically pay everything off. I would really like to pay this one off because the interest on that is ridiculous. And that's one of the ones I got at Christmas time, and I hate it. I just hate it. I hate that card. So we'll see. I don't know. We'll see how the month goes. As long as I can get my stuff paid on time, it's just, things have just been annoyingly awful lately where stupid crap keeps popping up. So I'm going to write out my stuff. I put life insurance here, and then I realized I missed this loan over there. Like I said, every month I'm like, darn it. There's always something. So miscellaneous expenses, I put my electric because it's on a fixed amount. I have to look it back up, but I'm just going to put $200 because I got into a payment plan last month because they were about to shut it off. And I was worried with spring starting that they would do that. So I did make the payment last month to prevent that from happening. I want to say my electric is like $600 right now because I didn't really pay it through the winter because having to pay for fuel oil really messed me up. So my bracelet was clicking on it. That's another thing that I want to start a sinking fund envelope for is heating, winter heating, because I was doing okay where I was buying basically the money that I would have put into my electric, I was buying fuel oil with every time I got paid. But then gas prices increased and heating oil increased like hundreds of dollars. It went up like $2 a gallon and I couldn't afford to buy it anymore. And we had to do electric heaters. So I'm sure this electric bill is probably going to be awful next month. The cable bill is awful. I just want to take back all of the cable boxes and only get Wi-Fi, but we'll see. I paid $600 into that. I think I'm still a month behind, so it's $300 right now. My cell phone will also be, it's like a lot, $450, because the kids went over their data because they had shut our Wi-Fi off. But anywho, like I said, I'm a real person. I'll tell you the truth. I'm a hot mess most of the time. This is just me trying to not be so much of a hot mess, or at least look like I have my life together. So don't feel bad. Don't feel bad if you have stuff going on, because I'll always be the one to be like, look, me too. It's okay. We're fine. We just gotta survive. At some point, things will get better. A good friend of mine that I have not seen in a long time. She moved to Florida. She had been through so much, and so much. Like, this woman, like, her mother gave her up. She was in the foster system. She ended up on drugs. She had her kids, and then they ended up getting taken away because she was on drugs. She got clean. She got her kids back. She met the man of her dreams. They were like the Brady Bunch, where he had kids and she had kids, and they had like 6 kids altogether, or 8 kids, and bought a house. They were going to get married. They moved up here, and then there was a horrible car accident, and he was killed in a car accident. And she was in the middle of battling breast cancer when that happened, and it was just such a mess. Like, so, I felt so awful for her. And she always used to say, you know what, like, we can get through it. Like, something's got to give eventually. Everything sucks right now, but you just got to keep moving forward. And that's what I always try to tell myself, to be honest. So, you just keep moving forward. Something will give up. Something's got to give eventually, and we'll get through it. So I wrote out everything that's like my miscellaneous, and a lot of this is my credit card payments. I wanted to put the loan over there because it's a set amount, but it's okay. So it's like some of my random things like electric cable, and my stupid Funko Pop box, but I don't care. I refuse to give that up. But see, like, you see what I'm saying? So I don't have any room now for grocery or gas or any other stuff, or my sinking funds. Nothing. I feel like I should have 2 sheets where, like, this is my everyday, like, or not every day, every month bills that have to get done, and then this is like everything else. But like I said, I want to partner with my friend Nicole and maybe get her to design it, and then she could put it in her shop and sell it, or we could do a free printable or something. I don't know, we'll see. So I wrote everything out so that I can see it. It makes my brain feel a little better to be able to see it. A lot of these bills come out at the beginning of the month. So most of my bills are usually paid by like the 17th, because all of them come out like the first, or it's like the first, second, and third, and then like nothing else comes out again until like the 15th, 16th, 17th. But it's fine. So I'm not gonna, this was part of like a packet where it printed 42, and I printed one for each month, but I don't really need a bill checklist for every month because I have the main one that shows like the whole year of how successful I was at the whole thing. So we're going to talk about my bills and my debt snowball. And I guess when you think about it, my debt isn't as bad as everyone else's. I have, I think on my credit report, it's like $9,000 worth of loans and credit cards and all that. So other people have a lot more than I do. But it's a lot. For me, it's still overwhelming to look at when I try to think of how I'm going to get rid of it. So even though it's like little tiny amounts where every month I'm like, oh, I could pay that, something always happens, and a minimum payment it is. So, all right, so I remembered to bring Torrid up to the top. The minimum is 25. I'm just gonna cross this stuff off as I go through it. All right, Best Buy lease is good. I feel like, okay, I do have, so Avant. I just made a payment on this card, but it's probably still $300 because of the interest. Capital One. And like all my stuff is low limits. The Walmart credit card I got when we were on vacation, and I used it to pay for souvenirs and random stuff. But it's fine. So like it really, when I write it out like this and I see that they're not crazy, I'm like, it's not that bad. When you add up the total, that's when I'm like, heart palpitations. All right, so now that you have everything written out, I know you're probably still confused, but maybe you're starting to see it. So what I want to start to do, because normally I kind of like mentally calculate or like use a calculator if I need to, but it's all in my head of what I'm gonna, where I'm putting this money. And then if I end up with like a rollover or something, I just spend it like a dummy. Instead of doing like the zero-based budget like everybody else. I don't know how they do that because it makes me nervous to not have money in my account. Something always pops in there or pops up, or I'd like to just kind of, like I have said in the past, have money here or there. There's always something. So I'm going to try to do it that way, or at least put the money somewhere where I know where it is, or maybe I will just leave like a buffer. Like people talk about buffers, but obviously not everybody can live that life. Some people have to, they're on a low income, or they're trying to just do that to use that money for something else, and that's fine. Do whatever makes sense to you, because if you're trying to do something that doesn't make sense and it hasn't computed in your brain, it's not going to work for you. You're going to be fighting it and you're not going to understand, and then you're just going to kind of give up. So budgets can be modified. It's not a perfect thing. So just I keep getting on my soapbox, but it's fine. So we're going to take this $958. I have most of the rent money, but I need $300 from this paycheck. So that's going to give me $658. What else is, so this loan that I forgot is going to, I think it comes out on the 3rd. So I'll have to leave that money in my account also. So what most people do is they write this out and then they'll add up, okay, with this paycheck, I'm going to need this much money to pay my bills, like for this paycheck. I just was doing it this way because I thought it would make it easier for you guys to see it versus the other way. And I've already written like 4 lists and I'm sure you guys are sick of it. So, so where's my calendar? But keep in mind, I'm going to also need to get gas, groceries. So, the garbage bill is due on the 2nd also. I might as well just pay that, even though I could probably get away with waiting. Can you tell how old I am by the way I'm doing this math right now? Anyways. Okay. Hulu comes out, oh. I think the electric though, I wrote the 3rd, but I think with that payment plan, I think they changed my due date. But let's see. Hulu is an automatic withdrawal of $15. So that will also come out. It's not looking so good for my sinking funds right now. 5, 4. Because $4.52, it's not very much with the way gas and everything is. So the cable bill is due that day too, and the cable bill is ridiculous, frankly. So we're gonna say we're gonna put $200 to cable, and then, oops, that's not what I want to do. And then this money is gonna have to go to groceries and gas because we'll starve and I have to get to work somehow. So we're gonna say that $50 is for gas. This may get changed, honestly, but, and then groceries, I am gonna have to limit it to $100 because I still have some things here. And I can usually keep it to like $100 in each week, so that's not too bad. So that gives me $102 that I am going to ignore the electric and the life insurance and probably pay that when I get paid here. Oh crap, I gotta pay Finger Hut. Crap. Oh crap, never mind. I changed my mind. So that's for Pops and Finger Hut. See what I mean? I'm also... Oh no, what did I put a 9? My brain. So I have $52 that technically I could put in my sinking funds if it will make me happy. If not, I can put it to a payment for something. Like if I wanted to, I could apply that to Fingerhut, or I could just leave it as a buffer in case I need more gas, if gas goes up again, or something. And like the heat, like the temperature outside, so we were good with electric heaters. Then it went to 10 degrees and I had to go buy diesel fuel to put in the oil burner so that we could have better heat because we were freezing. So, and that was expensive also. So this might end up being more of a buffer until I figure out what else to do with it. And I'm probably going to have to do some Instacarting, which is going to result in me needing more gas money. Just, yeah. But it's okay. I still have money. I paid, look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 7, 8 things, actually, with this small, I mean, it is a lot, but it seems like it's not. But I will be able to pay quite a few things with it. And that's fine. And then, so then the next paycheck, I can look to my calendar and figure out what other bills I'm going to be able to pay, because I get every Thursday. So like I said, like there's kind of like a weird lull where I don't really have a lot to pay. It's like the beginning of the month and the end of the month. And then this paycheck will probably take up this one. But basically it's just writing it out, adding it up, making a list and saying, okay, this paycheck is going to be this amount. I'm going to do that. The issue with other people is that if they're an hourly employee, their wages will fluctuate. I'm salaried, and the only reason my stuff is fluctuating, like I said, is because of like me changing my 401k and whatnot, and my raise. So it's not a perfect science. I feel like this video didn't make sense. I'm sorry if it did not. I can try to make another one. I just started to not feel well in the middle and had to stop to go eat something. So now I feel like my brain is fried, but I think I might end up using these printables that I got from Shannon's website for envelopes rather than get a binder right away. I want to attempt to put everything in an envelope. So we'll see. I got a lot of plans, guys, so stick around, hang out with me, listen to me babble, and it'll be great. Okay? Well, I hope you have a fabulous day. Thank you for hanging out with me for a very long video today. And I'm sorry I'm not as perky as last time. I don't know what my problem is today. Maybe it's the weather. I just needed to get warm. So, all right. But I hope you guys have a fabulous day. Don't be too hard on yourselves. Do what you can. Probably whatever you're doing is great. And just remember, I'm here if you need me. And you can always, feel better about yourself because I'm a hot mess and it's fine. So, all right. Until next time, please like and subscribe, and I will post a video next week. I want to try to post 2 a week, but my work schedule is not consistent, so I kind of have to go with whatever it ends up being. And sometimes there's long stretches in between when I finally get a day off. So, all right, now I unorganized all my papers. I gotta fix them. All right, have a great day. Bye.